Hi, everyone. Welcome to DomainSherpa, and thank you for tuning into the podcast with the best domain name and digital asset content in the world. Today's episode is a DomainSherpa review titled To Infinity and Beyond, featuring Miller, Josh, and Drew. On today's show, we play the domain game featuring Splatter.com, CrossMarket.com, Carbs.com, and Heavenly.org. Then we've got the NameJetGonnaJet segment sponsored by NameJet, and we talk about some domains coming up for auction, including Brig.com, MyAttorney.com, and StarCommand.com, hence the title of the show. We also talk about a group of solar domains, including SouthernSolar.com, WesternSolar.com, NorthernSolar.com, and EasternSolar.com. And the Sherpas talk about which one they like best, and if you buy one, do you need to buy them all? We also talk about the recent ICA meeting in Vegas, which was a big success, collectables and how they relate to domains, and then some off-topic chatter about daily fantasy football and racket sports. All that and more is coming up on today's show. And remember, if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, you can also watch the video version at DomainSherpa.com and on our YouTube channel at ds.tv. You can also listen to the shows on Apple and Spotify and other podcast platforms as well. So please make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button where you can and help DomainSherpa grow the pie. We also integrate our shows with Muse.ai, which provides search functionality for the shows and transcripts as well. And big shout out to Unstoppable Domains. Unstoppable is the ICANN accredited registrar that gives domainers powerful tools and the lowest pricing in the industry. They've just joined the Afternic Fast Transfer Network and offer fully featured landers with LTO, self-brokerage, and just 3% commissions. You can also register $5.coms on Fridays. Talk to them on X or NamePros to learn more. And big shout out to escrow.com. Here at MediaOptions, we've relied on escrow.com for years. They've handled some of our biggest deals, including 7- and 8-figure transactions. We use their specialized domain services because they understand domains. As the largest online licensed and audited escrow operator, escrow.com is fast, secure, and accountable with workflows built specifically for domains. Whether you're buying your first domain or closing million-dollar deals, they protect buyers and sellers around the world from fraud while ensuring smooth transfers. Escrow.com, domain deals done right. And also, big shout out to DNX.com. DNX is your go-to domain intelligence platform featuring all-in-one search results from the top marketplaces, including GoDaddy, Cedo, and Atom. DNX is the most advanced way to find and acquire your domain name, so go to dnx.com and get your domain. And finally, big shout out to our own business, MediaOptions, the #1 domain brokerage in the world. Find out more at MediaOptions.com, where you can also sign up for our newsletter for the best domain opportunities available in the market every week, and also featuring key insights and other helpful information related to branding, naming, and of course, domain investing. So with all of that, it's now time to get into this episode of Domain Sherpa, where all roads lead to domains. What's up, Sherpa Network? Thank you for tuning in today. My name is Jonathan Tenenbaum, a.k.a. JT, a.k.a. Jay On, a.k.a. Sherpa Winfrey, host and producer of Domain Sherpa, where all roads lead to domains. Today's show is a Domain Sherpa review where we get into the minds of successful domain investors using real examples so we can learn strategies and tactics to become more successful domain name investors ourselves. These are the experts, the OGs, the best in the biz, my personal friends. Happy to be here today on the show as we get things cracking. There are 4 segments to a Domain Sherpa review. We've got the grand opening. That's where we're at right now. I intro the Sherpas. We see what's going on with them. We talk about some related things, some unrelated things. Then we get into the domain game. That's where we hear about what the Sherpas recently bought or sold. Everybody guesses on the price. We keep score and somehow, some way, someday get some swag to the winner. You know, everybody's been getting swag. I brought some swag out to the ICA. I hooked up Mike Seiger. I hooked up Alaman, got himself a hoodie. I know you guys have swag. You're not wearing it, but I know you got it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll wear it next time.
Drew's got a Sherpa Island hoodie on. I like it. Let's go. Shout out to Jen Sale. Sherpa Island, who would you eat first? All right, NameJetGonnaJet is segment 3. That's where we review a list of domains coming up for auction on NameJet. We see what the Sherpas like and what they don't like. Last but not least, we get into grand closing where we discuss anything we haven't covered already, what's going on in the domain space, looking at the market trends, current events, and then talking about anything that the folks want to mention, promote, whatever that we haven't already discussed. With that, let's go ahead and introduce the Sherpas. Over to my left, we got my boy Andrew Rosner, a.k.a. Morpheus, a.k.a. the Dirk Diggler of Digital Assets, a.k.a. Bob Lee Swagger, the Sniper, a.k.a. Drew. Drew got what I need, a.k.a. Never Gonna Give Drew Up. Get Rick rolled. Graybeard, the domain pirate, is in the building. Maximus Extracticus, what's up, man?
Sup?
We missed you in Vegas, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I'd be lying if I didn't, if I said I didn't miss it a little and miss all y'all.
Okay. You heard
I
it.
tell you can't be doing this trip in like November and fucking January.
Nah. Yeah. And it's just
absurd.
there's no direct flight, and it just
Believe me, I questioned it.
and it's Vegas. I'm over Vegas. I've been there, done that. Except I don't need Vegas in my life anymore. And so it's all good. But I heard it was a great show, and everybody's out supporting the ICA.
Yeah.
And that's it. All good.
Yeah, it was. It was a great show. Big shout out to the ICA. Big shout out to Camilla, Zach, Tiffany, the team, the board. They really did a fantastic job. It's become, one, if not, in my opinion, like the event to go to for domain stuff and for the industry. And I think a lot of folks had a good time. It was great seeing everybody. And we saw a lot of them, a few months ago at NamesCon, but this was even more of like, this felt like it was a smaller group, less distractions. It was a good opportunity to really, get a lot of face-to-face, one-on-one time with folks and, just keep things moving, get some deals done, get your learn on a little bit, get your network on and just kind of hang out.
I will say it reiterated. I mean, I'll leave any commentary about the Park MGM on the side for today, but it reiterated, that's a different conversation, but it reiterated, how it's nice and how important it is for everyone to mostly be on location and able to kind of roll down from the rooms to wherever you are versus, having to get in buses and Ubers and,
I mean, here's the thing. The Park MGM I thought was very good. There's obviously some things. It's a little dated. The casino's not particularly great, but the accessibility to the conference center from the rooms, like the fact that the hotel.
Where is the Park MGM relative to the MGM Grand?
It's like right across. There's like a bridge, basically. It's right there in that cluster of like MGM Grand, New York, the Aria, like all of that stuff is all in the same sort of general area. They're all in that same sort of cluster. I mean,
it's still, that side of the strip.
Yeah, it's in the Tropicana hood.
Yeah, it's not in the Venetian Encore, Bellagio side of the world, but whatever is what it is.
I mean, hey, look, and it still takes a minute, like to be like, oh, it's just over at the MGM Grand, and then you're like, all right, let's go walk 30 minutes to get there. It's not like even though they're next door, it's still far, but it's in a good enough spot where you can get access to stuff. The hotel's non-smoking, the casino's non-smoking. That's pretty awesome to me. I thought that would I personally really appreciated that.
Oh, I appreciate that too, because you come out of these places, you can't breathe, your throat hurts because the air is just so bad, and then the smoking and the and just Oh man,
and it had the most important criteria, which is a mobile order ready Starbucks outside the elevator bank of your rooms.
Yeah, dude.
Which is
that's
mission critical.
Look, and the cost.
I don't fuck with Starbucks anymore, just for the record, because I heard that some independent study was just done. This was just a few weeks ago, and they found hormone disruptors in Starbucks coffee. And I was like, all right, I don't mess with Starbucks anymore.
I don't really either, unless I'm in Vegas, and it's downstairs.
Me neither. I don't
in my lobby.
This guy's got Starbucks in his hand. He's like, yo,
I don't under any circumstances drink Starbucks. Just so.
And it was great to have the Italy.
He's like, I love turning my testosterone into estrogen.
No, it turns it up, man. It gets it up, not down.
No, it's the opposite.
Oh, by the way, you're right. Italy, the place, the food court in the Park MGM was actually very good. And
it's funny. I go to Italy like every Friday night in Boston. My wife shops there at least twice a week. We get all of our fish there. We get all of our food there.
Italy does a good job. They do a good job. It's just it's a good go-to.
I mean, the fish is the fish is better than our best fish market. It really just is. It's amazing. And
that's just because you don't know where to really go get good fish.
I knew that.
Come on. Who are we dealing with here?
I was going to say that. I got the salmon there. It was very good. What do you call it? But yes.
You just got to drive over to New Bedford, man. That's where you're going to get the real good stuff.
Oh, sure.
Do you know that New Bedford is the highest grossing port in America?
You got to go there, though.
What do you mean?
I go to Captain Martin's in Wellesley. They go to New Bedford for me every day.
Exactly.
But
yeah, so you guys on your New England thing, that's cool. And
anyway, it was fun to have Italy. It was like, it was cool. It was easy. I joked with my wife. I'm like, I'm in Vegas and I'm eating at Italy 3 days, 2 meals a day, and that I even though I have it at home. So
Well, and I think you got to also remember too. I mean, to make it accessible from a cost standpoint, like it wasn't crazy,
of course,
crazy, and
of
and
course,
it really did check a lot of the boxes. I think the team again did a really great job. I thought
I
all of
agree.
the events were great, and there's always room for improvement, but overall, I thought it was great. Domain Sherpa we did sponsor the staff, so we got some shirts, we got some extra shirts, so maybe this might end up
Nice.
being some swag the next time.
I need one of those.
I
I
got one
didn't see
for you.
those. You didn't offer me one there.
No, because the staff was
That's
wearing
because you
them.
weren't staff. You were a guest.
Yeah, but Tiffany was.
That's
Could
true.
have
She
got me one
probably
of those.
has.
Could have slid me one of
Tiffany
those.
Stiffany. You know what I'm
I
saying? You paid for
I went
Tiffany's shirt.
I went
No, I don't
to
know if she even got one, like, technically.
I will tell you, I went to a quick little dinner out with Vince Erasmiak, my buddy, and Elliot at Delilah Supper Club. And
Vince
I
is
know
my
the
man. I love Vince and Greg.
Vince and I speak pretty much every day on DraftKings stuff. So anyway,
Yeah.
we
Really, I
went
don't
to
take Vince for being a degenerate.
oh
Oh,
God.
he's heavy, man. That's his, like,
Hardcore.
thing.
He's good. I don't want to throw him under the bus here on Sherpa, but yeah, he likes to play. And he's good. He's a good player. But anyway, I went to the Delilah Supper Club. I know the
You guys
owner. It's
actually make money, be honest. Net in a given year. Are you up or down or break even? Because if you're down, that's okay. You get a tremendous amount of joy and entertainment out of it. That has value. But net
I can
on the
answer for
balance sheet, the
let me
profit and
finish my
loss statement.
I'll answer your question in a minute. Delilah Supper Club. So my guy, harness reservation in Vegas. It closed in New York. It opened in LA originally. It's like an old school supper club, right? Like, you know, music on the stage and I heard the food was, I heard mixed reviews on the food, including from my wife. And I'm like, yeah, let's go there anyway. I got us in and the food was actually phenomenal. And the place was just really cool, really cool. So highly recommend it to anyone who goes to Vegas next time. To answer your question, I mean, it really depends how you play. If I wanted to be profitable on an annual basis, I could be, but it would be a stylistic change of what I'm looking to do, Drew, if that makes sense. Kind of like domains, right? You can kind of compare the two. I am playing for the big score. That's
Okay.
what excites me. That's what drives me. I
Yeah.
At this point, I've won 50,000s and $100,000 tournaments. I want to win a millionaire maker, as I write in my Sunday thoughts. And the only thing that excites me is to win the $1 million. A, because the $1 million would be nice to win, but B, because it puts you in an elite club of people in that industry, in that little space. It's a very similar space to domains, right? It's got a tight Discord community. I was telling Josh this morning, it's got a tight Twitter community. So the answer to your question is historically, I'm losing money.
Okay.
Long story short.
But you know
Because
what?
of the way I'm playing.
I
Oh, right.
appreciate the honesty and the truth. Look, I can tell you, I can say firsthand, just watching you over the years talk about this shit, you get more joy out of it than I think anything else. So, God bless.
And same with Vince. And yeah, so we have a blast talking about it, and I have my crew. But look, I mean, I've been so close to the big one, and someday I do believe I'll take one down, and then I will be well in the black.
Yeah.
If and when I do. If I don't take a big one down, because that's what I'm playing for only at this point, time wise and whatever. It's just, if I don't take one down, then I will definitely be in the red. But if I
Yeah.
take one down, I'll be able to in the black, and that's kind of. But I could pivot. We're not getting into this. This isn't a DFS show, but I could pivot and be profitable. But it would be like a grind. It would be like buying, 50,000 domains a year along the long tail, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like commission rounders. Do you want to be a grinder that ekes out a little bit of profit, but it's a slog and it's not fun and you're not playing for the big, prize versus just doing what you do, man. That's it. Everyone's got it. Just like domains, and I think
Look, yeah, exactly. There's sluggers, and then there's guys that are just they got a 800, 900 batting average, getting singles and doubles.
And you got to realize I'm really good at it. So is Vince, for example. But I'm going to say this, try to say this humbly. I don't know who I am, but I'm playing against like me, you, Josh, JT in the domain world, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to beat guys who are better than me, right? They do it professionally, and I'm like one tier below them, right? So I
Mhm.
can do it, but it's hard.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, that's nothing easy.
Everyone has a need to just compete, I feel like. And if that fills your gap, then don't worry about how much it costs.
Yep. And but as Drew said, it brings a lot of enjoyment and community, and it's a hobby, and I've learned how to manage it to not infect my time and my family or my, I've you doing it early hours and late hours, but whatever. And yeah, I mean, definitely a competitive thing, right? I mean, there was no one. It must have been frustrating for you to have nobody to compete with in your pickleball tournament, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're going out there playing with your friends, but
Yeah, I wasn't there to compete.
yeah,
Well,
but you
I'm
always
glad.
wanna
I'm glad
compete.
that feels that for you, Miller. I'm glad that Josh's mic actually works. Like hearing him talk today for the first time is good. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
no, but watching you
That's what
play pickleball, Josh, it was funny. You're out there like sunglasses, like hanging off your shirt, just like
yeah.
looking like you were just chilling. Meanwhile, every whoever you're playing is like, sweating and scrambling, and the whole thing. It was pretty.
But watching it, I mean, I will say, I told you this there, like, as a competitive squash player my whole life, right? Watching just your serve, right? You just know, like, the
You
difference
play
between.
squash?
I played squash my whole life, yeah, competitively, yeah, until I
I
blew
used to
out my
play squash
disc.
a lot. Not my whole life though, but from when I left college, my boss in the fish business was a very
A squash
high
player.
level competitive player, and so he basically paid for me to get lessons so he would have a guy to play with.
That's awesome.
And so then I played like literally 4 or 5 days a week at the Newport Squash Club,
I've been there.
which was great. It was so much fun.
Great
And
facilities.
I'd go play, on my lunch break or whatever,
Yeah.
or after hours, and then
I played, from
I
age
love squash,
10.
but I can't
Yeah,
do it anymore. It just messes up my knees. But
I
I
never
was in
stopped.
Germany at my father-in-law's house, and he hosted a little dinner, and the neighbor came over. The guy's like 70 years old. This is 10 years ago. So I'm like 35, right? I'm like at my prime. And this guy's like literally double my age. And I don't know how squash came up. And I was like, yeah, I used to play a lot of squash and I love squash. He's like, oh, you want to go play with me tomorrow? And I'm like, all right, I haven't played it a little bit, but let's go. Let's go play some squash. So, anyways, I go play squash with this guy. We just warming up. And he's like, all right, let's play. Holy shit. This guy, 70 years old, he's not even like in great shape. Dude just stood in the middle of the court and he had me running, smashing into walls. I mean, I was all over myself. This guy was a stud. And he just like, I mean, it wasn't even like exercise. He was just in the middle of the court, like, boop, just dropping them in the corners. And I'm like running my ass off all over the place.
Yep.
Love it. It's a
Jason.
great workout. But anyway,
Oh.
Josh was like, you could just tell how good, how accomplished he is at it as a racket sport guy. I will tell you the competitive side of it. The one game I was paired against my kid, against my son at ICA, we were about to lose, and I friggin' decided, all right, it's time to drill him. So talking about the competitive nature, I drilled him right in the friggin' gut.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, it was but it was a lot of fun, man. The even though the location, I know Amar was pretty excited, like since he organized it. It's the Kubba Kub as it's called there, and I know it went well, and the
Shout
venue
out
was
to
great.
Amar. Yep, he done a great job, and did it on his wife, did it on Josephine's birthday. So a special shout
That's
out
right,
because
yeah.
he sacrificed.
Yeah, so and I got paired with her one time, and we won against I forget who Jeff Garbett and somebody. Who else did we play? I forget, but
Well, Josephine got second in her intermediate.
the
Group.
intermediate,
Yeah,
yeah, she just handled her business. So shout out to Josephine, Amar, and yeah, the whole thing was
It was a
really
blast.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. So
Highlight for sure.
looking forward to we did the roast of Braden, that went well, and it's looking forward to next year. It's going to be good. We're going to continue doing what we're doing, and most importantly, I think it's not only supports the ICA but furthers the whole mission, and they continue to do great work, and this is just part of them just continuing to level up with the stuff that they're doing. So all good. So all right, well, let's keep it moving because we're not even like I think I just introduced Drew so far. So let me keep going around the horn. Below Drew, we
Wow.
got Josh Reason, aka Bjorn Borg, aka Prince Harry, aka Harry Kane, aka Prince Harry Kane, aka Chicka Chicka Slim Shady, aka DNX. It's dark, hell is hot, and X gonna give it to you. What's up, bruh?
What's up,
Right.
bro? Good to be here. I was hoping I would have one of my new jackets that I could wear for this Sherpa, but no jackets yet. They haven't
Yeah,
arrived.
dude, I was telling Drew, man. So Josh, in the way that he does, getting into anything, collecting things that are, almost domain-like, right? And it's now ski jackets. It's Supreme, North
Almost
Face.
domain like ski jackets.
Not necessarily ski jackets, just any rare jacket, basically.
Rare,
But
rare.
like I'm focusing at the moment on North Face collaborations, and they're super, super fucking cool. So
Interesting.
You're gonna need to do a site called Rackets and Jackets. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of your jam. Racket sports and jackets, man. You know what I'm saying? So
dude, you've gotta have things to do when you're not making
Yeah,
sales.
but you know what you don't have? You don't have the Hulkin, the Supreme Hulkin.
Oh, dude, that's sick. I've seen that. I've seen everything Supreme at
Yo,
this
this
point.
is the hot shit, man. This is the hottest thing in the world right now.
Bro.
The owners,
now-
first off, I got
now I'm
Hulkin.com
stoked,
for
man.
them. And the founder is actually a really good friend of ours that lives here in Lisbon, even though it's a New York company. But it's the Supreme collaboration. I think it's the only collab they did.
No, Supreme do a lot of collaboration with who? Supreme collab with who?
With Hulkin.
Of Hulken. Oh yeah.
The Hulkin bags.
That's sick. That's sick.
Every vegan yoga Pilates girl in New York has got one, man. That's how you luck your shit around New York now. Gotta be a Hulkin.
So you don't have
no
any of the
question.
jackets in the closet behind you, Josh? Is that what you're saying? They're not there yet?
I do have one downstairs in the main house, and it's pretty sick. But I got to bring them all up here. They're all gonna be stored in that closet there. That's the new jacket closet.
Why don't you like hang them on the wall or?
Because I don't know. I might sell them one day.
Maybe someday, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Just rackets and jackets. I dig it. It's good stuff. The ones you showed me are super sick. What was it? The daytime, nighttime joints? What was the
Yeah, the day summit and night summit. Those jackets are so
the fire, dude? They really are. So
I
that's
recently decided that everything I collect, the only thing I collect to later resell
Just domain.
is domains.
Yeah.
Everything else, if I'm going to collect it, it's for consumption, meaning
Yeah.
I'm going to wear it, I'm going to drive it, I'm going to, whatever. I'm going to use
Wear
it.
it. Yeah. Like watches, right? You big into
If I
watch.
buy a watch, I'm wearing the watch. I'm not
Yeah.
sticking it in the safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Yeah, so
I'm with you.
someone I knew got a nice sick watch recently, but I won't say who.
no doubt. Let's go. But yeah, man, well, it's funny. My kids, one of my younger son, he's a collector, right? So he collects cards and different shit that he buys, and he's like, oh, this is worth this, and I'm like, are you ever gonna sell it? He's like, I don't know, like he tries to justify like buying some of this stuff because of the resale value, but then I'm like, well, why don't you sell something to sort of prove the thesis, prove that it works and that you can do it? And he's like, we'll see,
I'm going to test this philosophy very soon because my late grandfather passed away a long time ago. My parents just told me they have to get rid of some storage, and they have a stamp collection. My grandfather collected stamps for 55 years. He has albums upon albums of you name it, and meticulously kept. And I found one guy who's allegedly the expert who I need who can appraise this stuff, but I don't. I guess you got to trust somebody, right? And I have no idea. I mean, on the theory, if anybody had something worth something a lot, it would be in there. It would be him. But like, I have no idea these things worth anything, nothing.
Well,
Like, we're about to find out.
You see the one with the biplane upside down, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the hot shit, right?
We're about to find out. I mean,
All right,
if there's any value in there.
Let's go. Hey, man. So collectors, we collect. That's what we do. So.
Didn't you used to own collectors.com, Drew?
I owned collectables.com.
Collectables.com. So when we were at dinner, Rob from Snacks, that he had someone come in and he was like looking for a buyer in looking for a name in the collectibles space, and I was like, oh man, I think Drew used to own collectibles, and then I went to it and I was like, oh, he sold it.
Yep.
Yeah, cash and equity. I am investor in that company.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a pretty sick
good deal.
name.
Sick, good name, good deal.
Right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, let's go. All right. Well, let's keep it.
Right? Is that I forgot? I don't remember the details of that transaction. Do you?
Not a pen, but now I'm gonna have to. That'll be a
I
post.
know we got. I'm pretty sure we got. Yeah, I know we got.
It was a good deal, though. It was definitely a good deal. I
Yeah, it was
gotta.
a good
I'll
deal.
pull the details and.
It was like I don't know, a few million. I can't even remember the deal.
Enough to pay for a few Supreme North Face collab jackets. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
there's definitely a couple jackets in the deal. I don't remember.
All right. Well, let's keep it moving. Last
Actually,
but not least.
collectables.com, by the way, is actually really cool. They have like so you could like literally just photograph, for example, Andrew, just photograph like a baseball card or whatever card.
With stamp.
Stamps. I think they do stamps too. You just photograph it and it'll like give you an immediate appraisal. And then you obviously got to send it in for the actual like whatever.
It
But
would take me the rest of my life to photograph every one of these fucking stamps.
yeah,
yeah. Okay. But yeah, it sounds cool. I mean, I actually know a friend who has Tom Brady rookie cards, a really good buddy of mine, and they're worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, his collection of them. And I think he used collectables.com for the initial appraisal.
yeah.
Then he got the kind of more formal one. Yeah.
Right now, you need to pull up the Jarrett Stidham card, in advance of this game on the AFC Championship coming up. Backup quarterback coming in the game and having to play the Pats. It's gonna be some heck of a game last night. Did you watch the game last night?
Of course.
So shout out to Indiana, man, and Fernando Mendoza, dude. That was just an amazing story, amazing game. I know this is gonna make Drew and Josh sort of check out, so we won't get too far into it. But it was man,
it was a good game.
Great game, yeah. So I was glad to see Indiana win, and although Carson Beck's from around here, so he's like he went to high school like 20 minutes away, and
Kid was tough, man. He got the living crap kicked out of him over and over last night. So,
Mendoza,
yeah.
Oh yeah, and then that touchdown run that basically like iconic.
Till now, he even got up from it. Honestly,
go.
All right.
Yeah. So last but not least, below me we got my boy Andrew Miller, aka Miller Time, aka Ace Rothstein, aka post or pre 2023 Bill Belichick. I don't know when's the cutoff. You know what I'm saying? 2024. AKA the Miller Whale, AKA Jack and Jill went up the hill each with $1.25. Jill came down with 250. Andrew Dice Clay. Hey, how you doing? What's going on, man? I know we're already kind of way into
I'm good. We're there. Let's I'm ready for the domain game, man. We're lucky.
Exactly.
We've done our thing, but good to be here.
Exactly.
New year. Good to have a new year.
Yeah, man. No, all good. All right, let's go to the domain game. Drew, let's start with you, bro. What you got? You got to buy. You got to sell. How you doing?
All right. Did I talk? I didn't talk about Splatter.com, right?
No.
All right, we're gonna go with that one. Splatter.
We actually talked about buying it on a show. You bought it somewhat recently.
Maybe.
Got it recently.
Yeah, I don't think we bought that long ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
We sold it? And I think I knew we sold it, but this is
Bro, you sold that name? You sold that shit? Damn. That's crazy.
So what's this? A sale of Splatter?
The sale of Splatter.
Splatter. Like pink splatter. Sale.
I'm trying to remember what we pay. I should know the inventory a little bit better, but that's right. I don't need you yelling at me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tough.
I'm trying to think what we paid for. I know
I'm gonna refrain from commenting.
What's the matter when you paid for it?
Well, because I feel like
it doesn't matter. It makes it
doesn't
say
say
information.
No, I know you're right. Fair enough. Well, I don't know what we sold it for. So,
the good news is he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know up, down, left, right.
This is why, like, when he names names, like, it's like, oh, I mean, I probably should know, but anyway, here we go. We'll spin the phones and see where we're at. All right, what do we got?
Hold on. I can't see anything. Hold on.
All right. Josh is at 75,000. I'm at 80,000, and Miller is at 228,000.
JT, I think you got this, bro.
It's Miller time, baby.
Oh, dope. I mean, I'm bummed about the point, but I'll take the motherfucking cash.
I'll take
Hey, this is a family show.
I'm sorry. I'll take the motherfucking money.
So the sale price was $250.
Damn, dude.
Watch that. Are you kidding?
$249 to be exact. Actually, I think it was 249,895.
Oof. Go.
Hey, that's why we bring in the big bucks, buddy.
Some
Damn,
guys just
son.
get all the lessons.
75 grand. Come on.
Damn.
That's-
I know you're right. I actually was gonna go 100. I still would have lost, but
I was going 370 at one point. I
Damn,
lowered it.
dude. That shit's
Boom.
great.
I lowered
Yeah.
it for competitive purposes only.
you
to win my
remember
shirt.
here. I can pull up what we bought it for. That's awesome.
But yeah, I was happy. You know,
Yeah, you were happy. That's an insane sale for that name.
I don't know about insane.
I don't know
It
about
is.
that.
It's so funny because I'll sell shit for hundreds of grand, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I think of like Tabula, Splatter, things like this. And I'm like, that seems right to me.
I was
And
kind
then
of thinking
y'all go
350,
buy some
honestly.
fucking garbage for like, I bought this shit for 20 grand. And I'm like, that's like a hand wrench. And you're like, no, watch. But I don't hear you coming on and saying, oh, I just sold it for 250.
I was kind of thinking 350 to
Oh, dude,
450 initially.
Josh had a killer sale on like 2 shows ago.
I fucking love it. I love it. Dude.
You guys are funny, man. Drew,
All
I
right,
don't know.
so we bought Splatter on May 24th of 2024.
Oh, wow.
Be on that show.
All right.
Yeah.
And we bought it for 17 grand.
Boom.
So that's almost a 20x,
Yeah,
15x.
Yeah, it's a good one.
yeah, not about a year and a half.
I still think
15x in
but I
18
still think
months.
I still think it could have been more. I mean, like, I would have taken it all day. Don't get me wrong, but I was originally going to guess 350, 375.
Let's see what it is. Well, I
Stole
doubt
one.
they even have anything.
Ladder.com has been mentioned on DomainSherpa, specifically in an episode where the hosts discuss a handicap on various names. In that show, the Sherpas talk about domains including Splatter.com along with others like reproductivehealth.com and wellsaid.io. So yeah, it was talked about in the show.
Yeah.
Where are you seeing that?
ChatGPT knows everything.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right. No, I meant it's not. What is Splatter.com? Does it resonate yet? Does it
Which
go
one?
anywhere?
No.
Splatter.com.
No, it's currently still showing the Afternic page.
Right. Gotcha.
But so ChatGPT, yeah, right, because it crawls all the shows and we have all the text
Yeah.
too. So
Right.
that's interesting.
Drew, was that just a Afternic bin?
Hit the bin.
Hit the bin.
Yeah, so just boom, hit the bin. That's what it is, man. Let's go. Yeah, solid sale. Nice work, Drew. Nice work, man. I'm feeling and I get to benefit from that. So much appreciated.
Yo, your transition's so smooth. We're gonna call you Tranny.
Dude.
What? Dude, now you're making references like, you know what I'm saying? That's messed up. First of all, it's offensive. Second of all, it's even more offensive.
This is the guy who just said it was a family show 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's
Hey,
a
I
family
didn't
show.
swear. This guy's
Yeah.
dropping F-bombs.
Hey, sometimes old habits die hard, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, all right, congratulations to Drew for the sale, to Miller for the point. We keep it moving with the domain game. Let's move on. Josh, what do you got?
I love it. I can wrap it up before I even go.
You could. If you hit this, then you're good, man. So you got one more to
Send
go.
me one of those ICA shirts. Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, sick. I just got the notification that our ICANN credit is approved for DNX.
Nice. Let's go. Yes.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, we're gonna get a little.
Look at this, live on Sherpa.
That's it. We now in the registrar
DNX
business,
is a
baby.
registrar coming to a neighborhood near you.
Yeah, we in the registrar business now,
Be in
baby.
the registrar business now, boy.
At some
DNX.
point, yeah.
Our renewal prices
nice.
just went down.
Actually, that's amazing. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
nice
it.
work, Josh.
It's actually quite big news.
That
It's
is.
very, very cool. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Cool.
Today you're gonna get to work.
Yeah, go right to work. Yeah. That's just the approval phase. But,
It's like when you raise the venture money and you're like, all right, it's in the bank. Now what? Now the fun starts.
yeah.
Exactly. Now the real work begins. All right, what you got?
I got a cool buy recently that I liked. Damn, I think I told JT, but yeah, whatever. I bought CrossMarket.com the other day.
Nope. Yeah, you didn't tell me what you paid for this.
No.
CrossMarket, like CROSS market.
Yeah.
CrossMarket.
CrossMarket.
Yeah.
Is that because I beat you out on crosses.com?
No. Yeah, that's funny. I actually have more like the predictions market in mind, like that kind of
Okay. CrossMarket. Yeah.
CrossMarket.
Yeah.
CrossMarket. Get all your cross-dressing needs fulfilled at CrossMarket.com.
Or bet across the market on various different things. Like that's
So
that's
CrossMarket. That's the domain.
yeah.
CrossMarket.com.
All right. This is a buy, right?
Bye.
All right. Let's go flip it. All right. Oh, I'm higher than okay. So Drew is at $639. Miller is $1,876. I'm at $6,000.
JT wins. It was 5, maybe.
What did I just
Yeah.
get done saying? This dude will come on and be
Yeah,
like,
but you just dude,
I bought this
every,
NameJet thing
it's
for $6,000.
it's every single show. Dude. You need to clean it up. It was dude, JT it was 6,000 exactly. You got it.
Are you
Sweet.
serious?
Yeah, boom.
Yeah.
So nice. Yeah, I mean, look,
Nice.
I think it's a
That's how
solid name. I know Josh is down to pay for names.
Now, I feel like there's 100 ways to get the same degree of brand, like 100 ways to say it. You know what I mean? Not with
Yeah.
the same words, obviously, but like in the same bucket of branding. Why pay $6,000 to get that one? Just because that one came for auction, or what happened? Was that a
no.
you hit a bid on someone? A DNX bin?
No, none of the above.
Did you go chasing that name?
Yeah, I went after that name specifically, just based on stuff that I'd read and some companies that I saw out there.
Okay.
One business using the .ai. It's been continuously registered since like I think the early 90s. Hard one to get. Was previously developed. Yeah, there's quite a few companies out there. There's also just plenty of usage outside of just branding, just like cross-market analysis.
Yeah.
Is a big thing. So yeah, and then like with the predictions market, I do want to get some more exposure to like market type names because I don't think predictions is necessarily a very cool word to be like using. It's hard to kind of take advantage of that market, but I do think that the more of like the Kalshis and stuff are going to start popping up. And I think that keyword market, particularly ones that kind of make sense like this, because essentially what you're doing in the predictions market is you're betting on everything. All the like across various markets, you're betting on everything. So I think a name like this works well, just for multiple different things, and that's why I like it. So I don't mind paying 5-6K for a name, registered in, I don't know, 50 TLDs. None of them are for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like it's right in line. Like if it was to go to auction, it would go for maybe slightly less, but if, whether I pay 3 or 4 or 6 or 5 for that type of name, ultimately it's the same because I want to get 50 or 60 or 70. So yeah.
Yeah. Just be careful because you say that across 100 names and suddenly that's an
Yeah.
extra 150 grand that you've laid out that could be going to, 10, 20, 50 other names.
That is true.
I only say that because I've done this myself. I used to think exactly the same. Oh, what's an extra 50 grand? What's an extra 5 grand? What's an extra grand on this? But it adds up. It adds up. Over time, that's alpha.
I think that you should be more willing, like, and I'm not saying CrossMarket.com fits into this category because it doesn't, but I think that you should be willing to take that approach on names that are harder to acquire. So like
Agreed.
on that like A and maybe even B like tier name, where you only really want to spend 50, but you can get it for 65 or 70. I think you've just got to bite the bullet and pay a little bit more than what others are willing to pay, because in the long run, it just simply it pays off, right? Because those are the names that sell.
I think that guy personally, I've been doing that my whole life, right? I mean, I think that goes all the way up the food chain to
Right, exactly.
I paid $4 million for software.com and phone.com, right? Like,
Yeah, right.
or 7 figures for candy recently, right? So you kind of like, I feel like that if you have something, sometimes you got to pay up for the best
Yeah,
stuff.
100%. The more premium the asset, the more sense it makes to overpay for it, right?
No
And I
question.
think you know,
Totally agree with that.
and obviously, like Drew, you do that great. You know, and Ramil, you do that great as well. Like a lot of the best like domain investors and buyers do that, and I think that one person that I feel has done that really, really well recently is Andy. You know, he just really started overpaying what we would consider overpaying, maybe, but it was like the absolute best of the best names, and
I would say Andy and James both.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool,
Brain
well,
has taken that approach more recently a little bit as well. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and we've talked about that plenty on the show too. You know, it's like, and that's what it takes. You
Yeah,
know,
and
you
at the end of the day,
pay
my
for
best
quality.
domains that I've ever acquired and the ones that have ultimately made me the most money over the years were me overpaying in the
Yeah,
market at that time.
yeah,
Boom. Or
No
overpaying.
question.
We're paying
Yeah.
in the cross market.
At
Oh.
that time being keyword, right? I mean,
I'm gonna
At that
try.
time, being the keyword.
I'm
That's
gonna try to go the entire year on Domain Sherpa doing buys that I think that Drew is gonna fucking put like $100 on. I'm literally gonna like it's getting good now because we've done like 4 in a row.
Oh man, it is. It's like a running thing now. So,
It's
all
only
right.
because I love you. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know,
I want to see you
and
lose all your
I
money.
actually just love it. I actually just love it even more.
but I also look, you obviously put some thought. It wasn't just a win. You put some thought into it. You looked into it. You saw there was a .ai. It sounds to me like it was a educated up pick,
Yeah.
pay up,
Yeah.
educated pay up.
Also,
It's a
I
lot
kind
better
of
than
talked
paying
about
up for
this.
hotel rooms. I do that too. Oh, it's another 1,000 a night. Who cares? It's a better place. Those don't come back. The
Yeah.
money
Exactly.
doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I have talked about this before. Is like there's a little bit of the easy come, easy go thing as well. Like when you're making a lot of sales, it's easier to just well, $5,000 here.
100%.
Yeah.
Of
100%.
course. Of
Yeah.
course.
So
All right. Well, good stuff, man. All right. So on to the next. Miller, what do you got? You got a buy or a sell?
I have a cell that I may not be able to use, so I have a backup. I hope I can use it because there's a reason, a follow-up point to it that I'd like to use it that I think would be worthwhile.
Okay.
But I
So
may, it may disqualify. It won't affect Josh. It may disqualify you guys, and if it does, let me know. But there's a specific reason I'm picking it. So that is a very recent sale at Carbs, carbs.com.
okay. It doesn't push, like, I don't know anything about it. So
I mean, I only know, um,
You sure I didn't send you an email, Drew, about it? Yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
well, I only knew you had told me that there was a stalking horse bid. So I know what that stalking horse bid was, but I don't know.
Yeah.
sounds like Drew's disqualified, if you ask me.
But
I'm trying to.
probably I'm disqualified.
I kind of wanted to do it because I think there's a cool, interesting point to it quickly for people. But I mean, I can also just scrap it and do a plan B. Whatever you
I
want.
mean, whatever.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm down. So Josh and I head to head to see if I get the point, I get the win. If I don't, then Drew's got to do a tiebreaker between the three of us.
Or I can do my other tiebreaker as well. Oh, between the three of us. Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what happens. If Josh gets the
Yeah.
point, then Drew's got to put another name up. If
Yep.
I get the point, I win. Hey, whatever. Works for me. Carbs.com. You sold it?
Yes.
Harbors.
No.
No,
CARBS. Like
Carbs.
carbohydrates. Carbs.
Carbs.
Nice.
I have no idea.
So am I guessing or no?
You can guess, but if you get the point, I don't know. Let's just see where it goes. Let's just do this. We'll figure it out. Carbs.com. So torn here. All right. Ready?
I need my glasses unless you can read these to me. Go ahead.
I'll read them. Go ahead.
All right.
Flip it. What? Go ahead, Josh. All right. So we're all over the place.
Ah,
So,
yo,
wait,
guys,
Drew, did you mean to be at
Josh,
8,000?
G.
Did you mean to be $8,000? Really? 8,000
Yeah.
for Drew. Josh is 7,000 or
Andrew's
785,000.
like, I regret doing this. Can we refund
I'm
the
at
thing?
550,000.
Well, let me start with this. Stu clearly was influenced by knowing the stalking horse bid. That's for sure. You guys
Wait,
are
this is a name that you. This is a name that you sold.
a name that I've been a owner of a long time. Yes, through a company. Yes, a long time.
Oh, okay.
20
I
plus
thought,
years.
I thought it was a name that you'd been brokering and sold.
No,
And
no,
that already.
I don't bring up broker names on the domain game ever.
All
Ah,
right. So what was the price?
Well, we're going to disqualify it, and I could throw in my other name quickly, but the price was 7,500, and there were
500.
multiple people who had a chance to beat that stock. That was a stalking horse offer, and
I'll tell you what, I'm very disappointed in Shane because Shane said
he had a
he
chance.
wanted to participate, and the only reason I didn't participate is because I'm going to let Shane have it because Shane had a good idea for it. He even had like
And in fairness, I love Shane. And I sent them 2 emails to give him the chance. Said, "Hey, I'm about to do this." So the reason I wanted to bring it up was because we all know this. There's really 2 markets in this industry, right? There's where liquidity lives, which are investors, and there is everything else, which is the end user, and there's a big chasm in between, right? You can't suddenly like find it. If nobody's willing to, if your end user price is 850 and your investor price is 20 grand, lowering it from 850 to 350 isn't going to do anything, right? You're still waiting for that end user because it's not going to move investors. And this was the case, as I think I mentioned once before. We had a company, we had a company that had owned a ton of the major domain names for 20 something years. It was a holding company. There were 2 assets left. Our equity in Mike Mann's phone and phone.com and carbs.com. Phone.com was an operating business that got acquired on December 28th. Nice outcome for everybody. And we got our money for the shares. And we made a decision that if it happened before year end, we would just get rid of Carbs in one day so we could close down this company in 2025, initial final K1s. So I went to a handful of investors and said, stalking horse is 7,500. You got until Monday to make a decision. And nobody got it but the stalking horse buyer. So, went to a bunch of people. So, I will tell you the person who bought it also sold the singular.
Huh.
As a broker. So,
Yeah, I just
hopefully they
assumed.
can turn that
I think I
around.
was in the same boat as Josh, where I just assumed you were selling this on behalf of a client, and that
To be
You know
clear,
what
when
they say about excuses?
just to be clear, I don't, on domain game, I only do names.
man,
I
Drew's gonna win the
personally,
domain game for the first time in 8 years, and he's like, "Fucking shit."
well, that's the
Hey, no,
reality.
That's the forehand, son. That's the forehand with
That was-
spin.
He-
With
yeah,
spin.
that was definitely inside info, but I thought it
All
was a
right.
good one to bring up for that liquidity purpose. Sometimes you got to, sometimes
But that is. I mean, look, that. But it is good to bring it up because it does highlight the just how strong the crack is that everybody's smoking on X. Like everybody loves to sit around and have a circle jerk about I just bought this domain and it's worth $1 bazillion and I got this and I da 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 da. And the truth is that domain names are and continue to be one of the most illiquid asset classes on planet Earth today. The arbitrage opportunity is literally why we all make good money. Okay. But that arbitrage opportunity exists because there is no liquidity. So we can all sit around and say, we bought this domain, we think it's worth X. Josh pays $6 grand for some hand reg, and he's like, I'm gonna get 50 grand for it. And that's a hell of a pipe dream. It really is. Until it becomes real. But I'll tell you what, in the moment when you say I need to sell this domain, like you just got $7,500.
You know what? I'm gonna put this
like-
in a different. I'm gonna
And
put
by
this
the
in a
way-
different. I'm gonna put this in a different light for everyone, so the real G's actually.
When you need to
understand what's going
sell,
on.
you should expect
And this is what
1%
what's actually
to
going on. Right?
5% of the actual whatever you think
Yeah.
your value is, you should expect 1 to 5% if you need to sell. And especially if you need to sell in a short period of time.
Some
Right,
like
That's the name of the game here.
That's true. That's true. And it's evidence in today's show with like sometimes an inferior name can sell for 250 grand, like splatter.com, and then carbs.com. And then Carbs.com that's registered in more TLDs, probably has way better usage, can sell for
Got traffic too.
8,000. Got traffic too.
How did we let that go
There's the
for?
delta.
How did we not buy that? Because you
Well,
were trying
because
to.
I literally felt bad for Shane. I was actually like, oh shit, I actually have a few ideas. I'd love to buy that domain.
And
That's a
by the
great
way,
name.
Shane had this idea. Didn't we talk about it on the show? Like, wasn't this like
yes, we did.
and then Shane was like, I have this idea. Like, I think you even put it out there. Like, if anybody wants this, like,
Yes.
on my door.
Did he know
But
that it was on
people
the
are so
market?
stupid. They rather overpay $6,000 for some hand wrench than pay $8,500 and get Carbs.com.
And by the way, I think it also shows though, like opportunity. There's still opportunity, right? So we
I
are.
love this business. I
Let
love
me
it.
hold on.
love
Let me
it.
finish this. Let me
Because
finish
there's
this
no
point.
business with so much chaos. And
Let me get this.
The only way to make
Drew.
money is to be able to
Let me-
thrive
I
in
can mute him.
chaos.
I can mute him.
Let me get this one point in about Carbs. So, look, first of all, I don't bring the only domains I do in the domain game or on Sherpa are domains that I personally own. They're sold. So I don't do I don't bring brokerage deals to domain game. Okay.
No.
I would not broker Carbs for 7,500. Okay. This was a scenario though where opportunity sometimes arises. Look, we had a group of shareholders. Some of them are very well known domainers. Everybody, there was a vote, a majority vote of people that said we want to. It's time to wrap this company up. We have a window to do it and get final K1s after 20 something years. So yeah, let the liquidity is with investors. So I sent it to the investors and only one investor stepped up. Okay. And I sent it to more than 10. I would have personally bought it more than he paid for it, except that I couldn't buy it. I felt like I needed to be arm's length completely. As the manager of the LLC selling it, I certainly didn't want to buy it and benefit from it, right? That would not have been cool. So
Yeah.
I disqualified myself from it. And at the end of the day,
handled it exactly the way you should have handled it.
but
And
we
I
didn't need
just
to
find
sell,
it-
but we wanted to sell because liquidity meant more than anything. And we had 2 days to do it. And that was an opportunity for a buyer.
And at the end of the day, it's even less about liquidity than it is about just getting it off the balance sheet so you can shut down the entity.
Yeah.
Of course.
That was really the value here.
But in fairness, right? Some of the better
Still,
Let's just say this. Some of the better investors out there saw it. I put it on a Sherpa, as you said, a month before talking about it, and nobody stepped up except for this buyer.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting.
Now, yeah, I 100% would have bought for more money. I literally just let it go because I thought Shane was going to do it. It seemed like Shane was going to do it.
Yeah, just to cover my ass here, you were shown it and you didn't take it off.
I was shown it. I was shown it 100%.
I don't want to, I don't want to be like a sandbag just and didn't take the best offer. I took the best offer.
No, I didn't make any offer. I didn't make any offer. I'm saying in hindsight, I would have paid more. I expressed interest when you brought it up the first time. But then Shane said he wanted it. And I was like, all right.
Oh, yeah, he had a whole idea. Shane talked about how I forget what it was, but how carbs are coming back now
because everybody needs these little carb pouches, when they're doing like extreme running.
All right. So, Miller, so does that round count or are you going to put out your other name now?
I'm not the MC here.
If it counts, then Josh has to throw up a name for the tiebreak. If it
Yeah, I can't wait. I'll do a buy, dude.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'll save mine for the next one. Mine's a cool one, but I'll save it for the next one.
All right, Josh, let's do it.
All right, let me just find one real quick.
Hell yeah. Today's show's popping, man. I'm feeling today. I like this a lot. So
we could be breaking over under records on recording time though.
Well, we'll go quick through the NameJet list.
I don't know if we've ever had a spread as big as my bid of 8,000 and Josh's bid of
knew what it was. I feel like that's so crazy.
Yeah,
it's like we were operating on
I wasn't listening to the context.
For what it's worth, we did talk about it on the show, so we were on the show to hear about it, but I still thought I
wasn't on that show. Just for what it's worth, I had no idea that Carbs was even on the
Shane was on that show.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it was I think it was Amar and Shane.
Yeah.
Right. No, were you not on the show, Drew? Was that the one you weren't on recently?
I was on it. I was on it.
It was Shane. It was me, you, Shane, and JT.
That's what I was going to say. It wasn't Amar.
Oh, yeah.
Miller was obviously on it.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Heavenly.org.
Heavenly.
What a banger. Paid up for that, let me tell you.
You bought it? This was a buy?
Yeah.
What's the name?
Heavenly.org.
Heavenly.org.
Heavenly, like heaven, heavenly.
Heavenly.
Yeah, what else is it? Heavenly? What
I
else?
couldn't hear. I'm just, I couldn't. It broke up.
It's like now it doesn't pass the fucking radio test, huh?
Must be the accent.
Heavenly.org. All right.
Well, it's certainly got to be more than CrossMarket.com.
Surely.
I'm going less than that, but whatever.
All right, I'm ready.
Heavenly.org. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, Drew. Oh, fuck. I'm so boxed in. This sucks. All right. Drew's at $3,369. I'm at $3,500, and Miller's at $3,925.
Cool. I got
Yeah.
the under.
With it, you talk about this is like the tightest collection of it's probably
I think
been.
you
went
I
from
tell
the
you this, you
furthest
want to be
spread
me
to
or, I think
probably
you
the
want to be me or
tightest.
Drew.
Yeah. It was $5,000.
Oh, Miller gets the win.
Send me that
Oh man,
ICA
I was
shirt,
gonna
baby.
say 4.
Yo,
Ah,
I just
Miller
want
with
to
the
sell you my whole portfolio with the type of prices that you pay.
Oh,
Can I sell you the bottom? Can I sell you the bottom 80% of my portfolio?
Oh man.
I looked at
Man,
your
Miller,
portfolio,
man, with the
man. I don't
win,
want.
dude.
I
I
don't
was
want
about
that
I was
shit.
gonna put 4, dude. I was in between 3,000, 4,000. I'm like, nah, I'll just do 3,500. And then because
We
I kind
woulda,
of thought
shoulda,
Josh
coulda.
was gonna bring in a lower number to try to go against like kind of what
I don't think cemeteries pay big prices for domain names, man.
okay,
I
heavenly.org.
like that name a lot.
Yeah, I
Per-
dig it too, man.
Just for personal reasons more than anything.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's fair.
Okay.
And I think it fits perfectly with the .org extension as well.
Yeah, I like it. That's a good name.
I mean, when you
Right.
compare it to religion.org that I bought for $5,000, yeah, I agree. It's a great great buy.
You bought religion.org for $5,000?
I sure did.
I mean, it's not
How
great.
long ago?
3 years ago, 4 years ago.
You think religion.org or heavenly.org is more likely to be used for a brand?
Well, religion isn't going to be a brand.
Oh, I mean, listen, brands are the ones that pay out for domain names. That don't try and like change the
Well-
narrative of domaining here.
It's a barbell, right? Because actually, the biggest domain sales ever in history are all generic.
Yeah, I talked about that the other day.
Cars.com, number 1. Booking.com, number 2. Vacation rentals is up there. Carinsurance.com is up there. These are all 8, 9-figure transactions. And
And
then
I would argue home obviously
home
8-figure. Chat. I mean, I would argue chat, even though it was chat was both, right? It was an exact
Yeah.
match, but it was also a category.
yeah,
So-
it really sold though because of the brand.
I guess.
Yeah, you know, I
Or,
like
yeah, it's kind of like middle ground. But yeah, I mean, look, so I would say that brands more consistently sell for 7, for like good prices. Let's just say that.
exactly.
But actually, the top of the pyramid is really, truly
Exactly.
Category.
100%. We had a dinner in Vegas when we were at Chin Chin actually, and I was talking about exactly that with Rob from Snagged. Exactly that like these exactmatch.coms don't get a lot of love, but when they do get love, they go for big prices.
Yeah,
Except their cap. There's a ceiling.
I think there's less of a ceiling on them than the brand.
Oh God, I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I
Well,
mean, I've had
I think
I've
the
had every
price
eight-figure
and
deal
the
I've ever had
value
has
are
been
generally
a
tighter
brand,
because it's
category.
justifiable. It's not arbitrary.
I mean, yeah, you think home.com was capped?
No, home.com, there's no cap on that value.
I'm saying
That's only
a
capped
brand
by
is
who is the
capped.
buyer.
A brand is capped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Meaning,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we're agreeing.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
because look, at some point, right? You bump. I mean, I do this all day, right? You bump into someone's like, well, I'll just live with my second word, or I'll live with my secondary TLD, or if I'm looking for a new brand, I'll friggin', how many times? Yeah, well, you want 3.5 million? Well, my plan B is 110 grand. I'll just go with that and save $2-3 million. And once, I mean, yeah, obviously you have your, there are those buyers who have unlimited funds, and but the ventures, the VC backed companies and stuff, at some point, It's a rare
Yeah.
buyer who has unlimited funds. They cap out, or they have there's always a plan B. But if you want there's only one category name. You got to know what you want to do with it. But if you know what you want to do with it, I mean, there's only one, right? To define a
Yeah.
$1 trillion, multi-$100 billion, $1 trillion category. So if you know why you want it and what you're going to do with it, then you can, in theory,
Yeah, it's
rationalize
irreplaceable.
paying,
Yeah.
I mean, 30 million for voice, or,
Yeah.
I mean, we can get up there, right? And figure out what you're not going to see very many brands in the, upper 7 to 8 figures,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they're more liquid, and they're certainly,
I would say I would argue that it's even more prevalent in particularly in a .org extension, right? Is that the most valuable .orgs are the exact match type names.
yes, no question. Heavenly's definitely worth more than religion.
What?
Not worth more, but I think it's more liquid. I think there's a better chance somebody already has or wants to call their nonprofit Heavenly than they would want to call it religion.
Right.
But look, religion has
I
religion's
will.
I'm working on Christmas.com, right? Like the Joel Osteens of the world, right? The big, the religious organizations that are really for profit and behind the scenes, however they want to position themselves. Okay. Like religion.org is amazing. Can you imagine like being one of those network shows on a Sunday morning with billions of people following them and donating to them and being religion.org?
I think
That would be amazing.
I think I might have one of the best .org portfolios out there, by the way.
Yeah, you have some sick.
Probably better than Drew's.
Ooh.
Drew, like one of those guys who passed.
You had to do that though, huh?
What are you trying to say?
I said I think I have a better .org portfolio than you.
I think religion.org could like the right religious show on TV, the Joel Osteen type show, could pay imagine if they used that on their TV. Because they're portraying themselves as a.
Last time I checked, religion was a big deal in the world. You know what I mean? Like, we still kill a lot of people over religion every day.
But it's also, a huge category of, nonprofits. There's a handful of these massive organizations that are technically nonprofits that are, disguising themselves a little bit as nonprofits, but they're on TV raising money in the billions and trillions, right? And I'm not so sure where all that, who knows,
Yeah,
it's a blurry line. .org's an amazing religion.org. It's like that's the category for what they do. Like, it's one of them, and they, to put that on television all day to raise money, forget about it.
Yeah,
I'd find one of them.
Yeah, one of my good exact match ones that gets interest is sponsor.org. And that's like a similar type of thing.
Similar. You just got this fundraising machine on the religious side, right? On, Sunday morning television, prime time, they're like, they have these terrible URLs, quite frankly.
They need heavenly.org.
I just sold last week, our psychotherapy.org, which I think I bought in a NamesCon auction.
Bro, you're selling a lot of names at the moment from your own portfolio. You're crushing.
Selling a lot of names.
Crushing. You're not just a good broker, huh?
Oh man.
Look, you know what I'm saying? Costs money to wear 100% cashmere underwear.
Hey, feels good.
MediaOptions is the industry's leading domain broker specializing in domain acquisitions, high-value domain sales, and domain name consultation. As pioneers and thought leaders on the subject of the domain aftermarket and domain name value, plus through their clear domain acquisition service, MediaOptions offers startups and established corporations an unparalleled scope of high-value domain options, providing access to domain names and curation technologies not available elsewhere. MediaOptions believes in the power of a great domain name and is dedicated to helping you obtain yours. Call or email today to put a domain to work for you.
All right. So on that note, end of the domain game. Congratulations to Miller for the big win. Billy, give him some props. Give him some cheers and some claps.
Just give me my shirt, my ICA shirt.
Now it will be here until the next time I see you. You know what I'm saying? I might even throw it in the mail. But all right, big win. Now with that, let's move on to NameJetGonnaJet because we've only got, I'd say, about 10, 20 minutes. We got to move through this, and but that is where we are at. This
For the
actually
record, though, I'm just quickly scanning through our dollar portfolio. There's no way you have a better dollar portfolio.
dude,
I think I
knew
do. I think I
knew
do. We
you were
got
gonna
to.
pull.
I want to go. I want to go heads up against you on that.
Ooh, let's do it, Billy. Do like give us a little promo, like a little boxing style. Jake Paul versus Tyson, Drew versus Josh versus like USA versus. Actually, I don't know if you do
Can we
USA
do it? Can we do an
versus,
exclusive Sherpa on it, and then we'll have the audience vote at the end of the Sherpa?
Ooh, I like that. I like it. Let's go.
You know what it is? You know what you do? You do it like what was Timberland's thing? Versus. You know what I'm saying? So you're like you got rounds. You got to come out with like.
Oh, that was when he was doing his NFT thing. I remember that shit.
No, versus was actually more than that. Like they did. That was him and Swizz Beatz.
No, it was like rap battles, and it was like but you had like
yeah.
there was
But
like
it was
these
established
rounds.
artists that would each play songs from their catalog, and then they'd bring featured artists in, and they'd basically do like a whole, like it was basically like a concert that was also kind of a battle of songs with established artists with really great catalogs. And then, all the chatter was like barbershop commentary across like in advance of it, after it, who the best is, and Cash Money versus
It was good. It was good.
No
It was
Limit,
cool.
Cash Money versus No Limit. You had like all these, and then it was all the hypothetical matchups, and you had some really, really cool stuff. There were some really good ones too. So, so we'll do a little versus Josh versus Drew, the .org portfolio.
We gotta do it.
Oh, let's go. That'll be a lot of fun. We're gonna make that happen, Billy. Let's figure it out. Let's get it cracking, and let's make it happen. So, all right, now NameJetGonnaJet.
Just for what it's worth, we got to do it in .org because if we did it in .com, I would look like a piece of shit. So,
hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. I'm excited for this. It's gonna be good because Drew is so funny how he's like extra competitive with Josh. It's like he feels threatened. I think a little bit.
No,
what are you talking about? I'm not extra competitive with Josh. I'm just extra competitive. Period.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We, it's funny. We opened the show talking about that, about our competitiveness across the different things that we get into, and then it's like it definitely shows itself. Just like when I just barely lost the domain game, how I felt like I was like $500, and I almost had a $4,000 guess, and that would have made me the winner, which would have meant really nothing in the long run, but it meant so much in the moment. All right, so now. Sponsored by NameJet. We review a list of domains heading up to auction. We see what the Sherpas like, what they don't like. You can also go to the show and the show notes, download the Excel spreadsheet that has a whole bunch of information on the names and the an Esterbot appraisal, the some other data. Take the Esterbot appraisal obviously with a grain of salt. Links, order by date, minimum bid, how many back orders, age of the domain, all that good stuff. So we got a pretty healthy list. There's 4 names on here that I included at the end that I think is just sort of as a cluster because they're all obviously expired out of the same portfolio that I think they're interesting. Just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit, but anybody can bring those up as they go. Otherwise, I'll mention them before we close. But we got a bunch of names on the list. Josh, we'll start with you. Drew started the domain game. We go in order. This is how we roll. And what's good, man? What do you like?
I guess the obvious one is Brig.com. I have a feeling that Drew is gonna like that name. I feel like he likes kind of like sea stuff, ship stuff. So like that one, and it's a good brand.
Yeah, but Brady's like the prison dog.
Yeah, but it's
Brig.
still got some good usage. It's taken in a bunch of TLDs, companies out there called Brig, across various verticals. So I like that name. But yeah, my favorite name is actually MyAttorney.com. I think that name is a banger.
All right.
I sold miabogado.com, which is my lawyer in Spanish. That was a while ago as well, when I was just a young buck in this space, and it was a decent sized sale. I would see more today, I think. StarCommand, what? That's a great name, right? StarCommand. I'm thinking like Buzz Lightyear immediately.
Hell yeah, start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To infinity and
Very
beyond, man. Ooh, maybe
Yeah.
that's the name of the show today. To infinity and beyond. I like that. But yeah, StarCommand. That's the jam.
Yeah, that's like kind of sick. I feel like it resonates well with me, particularly just because like I grew up watching Toy Story. But yeah, that's a cool name. I'll just
I
say
grew up, we had a black and white television.
Yeah, I
Name a few
remember. I
for
remember
us.
we got.
I was
cable in
gonna
my house,
say
you know
we.
what I'm
I was
saying?
gonna say we, and then I was like, fuck, I gotta change this to I real quick.
Oh man, dude, he's got hair. The young guy is like, gonna take some shots.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, I'll just say this as well. The solar names I really like, but honestly, if I was to get one of them, I would want to get all of them.
all
So
right, so let's dive into that. So, okay, so you mentioned a handful of names. Let's save the rest as we cycle around. But but that's the group of names. There are 4 solar names that are all expiring, and I'm curious to see if they end up getting renewed. But it's Southern Solar, Western Solar, Eastern Solar, Northern Solar, and if you had to pick one,
Somebody put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into trying to put together that package.
yeah, well,
yeah,
that's what I mean. And then they all expired on the same day. So they were all probably, I mean, but they're 26 years old, so they've either had them forever, or or they acquired them all at the same time. But these have been, so they've obviously these names have been together. I mean, just the fact that they all expired on the same date tells me that they've been,
From day
same.
one. Yeah.
Literally since day one.
They could have
they
been
might have
hand
all been
registered.
registered together, huh?
Yeah, they
That's
could
what
have been
I'm
hand registered.
Oh,
together
you're
for
probably
sure.
right. Yeah.
For
Good.
sure they were.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, which actually then ties to another name on the list, which is bettertogether.org. But and to your point, Josh, if you want one, you got to get them all. Otherwise, is there one compass direction that is better than others out of all
Yeah,
these?
I would say. Oh, I don't know, man. I'd say the worst one is Eastern, and then the other 3 are good.
Okay, that's interesting.
Why
Well,
is
let's-
Easter?
you-
Let's go
Hey,
down
hey,
one
hey!
more.
Sorry, gosh. What is Eastern? Well, Meta and Rose are just like, what the fuck?
Well, let's go next. So, Miller, you're next.
No. I'm just asking because, like, I would think, okay, for me, if we're talking about solar, then Northern Solar is the worst one because you have the least amount of sun.
Oh, interesting. Well, and
Oh,
the
that's
sun
a good
rises
point.
in the east, it sets in the west, and Eastern.
Yeah, I would like to me, it's like East and West is not only that's where the money is, number one, is in the East and in the West. And and then South, you got a lot of sun, and South, a lot of things are Southern this, Southern that. So I don't know. To me, Northern is clearly the least valuable one.
All right, Miller,
Interesting.
what do you think? Since it's your turn next with the list anyway, what do you think?
From the solars?
Well, the solars and just the list in general, but yeah,
I mean, I'm going to skip my. I don't have a lot of opinion on the
Can I-
solars. Other
Do you mind if
Yeah.
I just really quickly say something? Because like me saying Eastern was just purely off like gut instinct on like brand usage across those 4
Mhm.
different like directions. And then I just really quickly like looked on LinkedIn just to get like a gut, like a check on the gut. And like Northern, Western, and Southern all have more usage than Eastern.
See, look at that. Always trust your gut. You know what I'm
But
saying?
based on, but is that with solar or just?
Yeah, but not with solar. Not with solar. Just like in general.
Yeah, so I would generally agree with you if we were, but we're talking about solar.
Yes, but
This is
Yeah.
where all you data geeks get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got to.
Yep.
Oh.
A lot of money in the East, baby. A lot of money in the East.
That's it. That's it. The real money's in the East.
East and the West, I would say.
The data
East
geeks
and the
wouldn't have paid much for Splatter.com. So you're right. You're right.
The money's in the
Oh.
East and the West. All right, you
That's
wanted
it.
to move to my list here, so we
Yeah, let's
keep
go.
this
What do you
going?
like?
I'm getting hungry. All right, so I like MyAttorney as well. I always like anything in legal lead gen. I mean, I know a lot of people in it. I've done a lot of deals around it. It's legal lead gen is a massive space. We see it with Morgan and Morgan and their domains on TV, and it's just MyAttorney is a pretty amazing billboard. I mean, you see it driving to the Vegas airport. It was like everything was a personal injury attorney.
Yeah,
every sign, every
everyone.
billboard.
Every
So
billboard.
I think that's an amazing domain. I'm going to save that one just because that was on my list of 3. My next one is actually pet safety. So, after I lost my 20-year-old dog and got my new dog, who's now 3, I've been a dog owner for a long time, but I had a situation about a year and ago, where I dropped. I was, eating something without, and I dropped it on the floor, and my dog got it before I could stop him, and it was a raisin, and one raisin, 19-pound dog, or maybe 17, and I made a decision about 20 minutes later. I didn't know if he got it, but I couldn't find it. And I made a decision after making a phone call and chat GPTing it that it wasn't worth him dying. and we should go to the vet and get him induced. And I went to the vet and I got him induced, and the raisin came out, and one raisin can kill an 18-pound dog. One freaking
Right.
One
raisin or
raisin?
grape.
Wow,
Yep,
I
it
didn't know
can.
that.
I mean, look, I couldn't have lived with myself, so I wasn't
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
risk
yeah.
it.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
I'm just,
that's
But
not
I'm just
it,
shocked that's a risk in the
is it
first place.
likely one grape or one raisin? You know, 2 or 3, absolutely. So,
No way,
but I
really?
had no idea. I had no idea, and I happened to look it up on ChatGPT and
Yeah.
saw how dangerous it was. Well, now I've had like 4 others. Now I don't give my dog anything without ChatGPTing it. I gave him some green beans the other night, right? Because he was like begging for food, and I'm like, all right, I'll give you some. And I ChatGPT'd it to make sure they were good, which they are. So to me, it's like I'm blown away with how many things I've learned can kill or be really bad for a dog.
Sure.
And that,
Onions, chocolate.
that I
I mean,
had
there's a
no
lot of
idea. Well,
stuff.
chocolate I knew, but like that I had no idea, right? Like
Dude,
chocolate is what I always kind of knew. And I think pet safety is an amazing domain name now that I've learned that. Amazing.
Sure.
So
Dig it.
wow.
You said you had one more on your list?
I kind of like from a brand standpoint, Cloud Gear is pretty cool.
Cloud Gear. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man,
All right.
everything's about the cloud right now. So
100%. Drew, what about you, man? What do you like? What don't you like?
Yeah, I mean, I like pet safety. I like MyAttorney. I like
you like safety too,
Mediterranean.org.
Drew.
I mean, Mediterranean.org is difficult to spell. That's the only thing about the word Mediterranean. But in theory, I like it.
I sold you safety.com. I mean, I always thought that was, the category name. I always thought that was one of the best names,
Yeah,
most under sleeper names ever.
yeah, I forgot about that. That was a long time
So-
ago.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you.
like pet safety, to me is just a derivative of that. It's
Yeah.
targeted to pets. So amazing keyword. Yeah.
What is
How much
going
you
on?
sell, how much you sell safety.com for, Drew?
I honestly don't even remember.
I don't remember either. I don't remember what I sold it to you for. I have
I
no
don't remember.
recollection. That was also part of the same company that was we sold Carbs from. Yeah.
Yeah,
Way back. That's how long it's been
way
around.
back. That
So,
was like,
Drew.
I don't even know, maybe 15 years ago.
So, Drew, are the solar names interesting to you, and do you try to buy them all?
I have a lot of solar names. I've been real early in the solar game for a long minute. So I'm not real hungry for more solar names, to be honest with you, but it is a unique opportunity with being able to have all 4. And it's kind of what Josh said. It's like, I only want one if I can have all 4 kind of thing.
Yep.
Interesting. They're long.
And then, yeah, I mean, Brig is okay, but kind of a negative connotation. Bottled water is okay, but I don't love it. Yeah, not my favorite list. Probably MyAttorney probably is the best domain on here.
Okay. Well, I dig it. And, either way, the feedback
What
is
do you guys
good.
think
and-
MyAttorney goes for on NameJet?
Well, I think it's going to go for more than any of us can imagine. I honestly do.
I agree with you, Josh.
Yeah.
What does that mean? 20 grand?
Yeah, maybe more.
Really? You think it goes that high? I was gonna say 10, 12. But
Let me ask you a question. I mean, where would you, I'm thinking about it for myself. Like, where would I bid, right?
I'm
Like,
a buyer probably in that up to 12, maybe 15 on the right day.
and I'm thinking about this is one of those names we talked about earlier where it's kind of like, do I pay up a little bit? Like,
Yeah,
do
maybe.
I mean, do I go from 12 to 15 to 25 because, the right buyer of this, man, this is a lucrative lead gen business.
What I would say is, even if you paid 25, okay, this is a name that absolutely could fetch 250. It's
Yeah.
not, you know what I mean? You could sell this for 250.
Or you could tie yourself to a lead gen deal that could make you a lot more. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to go. On
Also,
Unlikely.
yeah.
I
I
agree.
mean, you can't, you got to be a lawyer to sell legal leads. So,
Oh yeah, look, there's a handful of players though,
Right.
right? Who I mean,
Oh, yeah,
Sokolov here in Boston, Morgan at Morgan. I mean, who use these names all day. Then there's this whole next tier, right? Of, your Morgan at Morgan and your Sokolovs. They're like the mega giants, and then you have like, and Sokolovs are my buddies here. Right? Then you have the you know every billboard outside of Vegas and New Orleans airport. And, no matter where you go, there's it's a massive outdoor advertising business too. And throwing that name on there, wow, that's a
I
powerful.
think actually a name like this is a very, very rare opportunity. I think that if you pay 25K for that name, you've done well, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, because
I
you're
agree.
right. Like Morgan & Morgan is a perfect example. I mean, they use forthepeople.com, right? And that's their slogan.
Well, they have a bunch. They have personal injury, I think, or injury law.
No. I know they have plenty of domains, but I'm saying their main slogan is for the people, right? That's their and and it's very
For the
catchy.
people and for me, you know what I'm saying? That dude's
and
a G.
he is
The best interview I've seen in the last 12 months
Patrick
was what's his first name? Wait, John Morgan?
John Morgan.
John Morgan being interviewed on what was it? Was it Patrick Bet-David?
I think it's Patrick Bet-David, yeah.
It was Patrick Bet-David, the valuetainment interview of John Morgan, which was maybe a month ago. I couldn't even tell you the last time I watched an interview or a podcast twice. I watched this thing twice, and I'll probably watch it twice more. He dropped so much knowledge, and he's just such a funny dude. I would probably never use his legal services, but he is a funny dude. He is a very funny dude. And he dropped some real wisdom about estate planning, about family planning, and just business in general. I like him.
Yeah. Well, and so my point is that for the people is a great slogan, and MyAttorney is also kind of in that even better, right? It's MyAttorney is just even a established firm, because the names, right? Sokolov and you get into whatever, obviously long law firm names that have a dozen, that aren't just Morgan and Morgan or something. It's easy to get to. You can super resonate. Everybody's like my attorney, my lawyer. I mean, that's it's a banger. We'll see. So
and by the way, it has legs beyond personal injury.
Oh yeah, I mean it's my attorney.
Yeah, we're thinking personal injury because that's where the advertising money is in the lead gen. But I mean, in theory, it could be any attorney, it could be any law firm, it could be any space, it could be corporate. I mean, it runs real estate.
MyLawyer.com was previously built out by a guy called Richard Granite, and it was doing exactly that, lead generation. And he was an early technology pioneer. Anyway, in 2000 he sold MyLawyer.com to Epoch Software, the British company. It wasn't a publicly disclosed transaction, but many millions.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I think MyAttorney.com is kind of that. It's that kind of caliber name, right? Obviously,
we're gonna have to cut this segment and talk about how we're gonna acquire it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Anyway, so that's just gonna pop off. We'll see.
We should have a Sherpa, a little mini Sherpa fund where only the contributors to Sherpa we can all like throw down and buy a name together. If we got consensus, instead of competing against each other, just buy it in the Sherpa fund.
Yeah, that would be good.
The Sherpa portfolio.
Yeah.
That portfolio would perform so well.
Why climb the mountain when you can buy it?
There you
Especially
go.
when I'm leading the valuations, right,
There
Drew?
you go. Josh can lead the purchases. I'm sure
Josh will burn that money quick.
All right. On that note, good stuff. That's the list. Good, happy bidding, everybody. Remember, this is not financial advice, and you may be bidding against us or some of the Sherpas in the auctions. It's how it goes. But all good and good luck. All right.
You will be betting against.
Yeah, and some of the names.
In this case.
Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, that's it. That's the NameJetGonnaJet. We've got about 5 more minutes. Real quick around the horn. Miller, I'll start with you. What else you got? Anything else going on with you? What's happening in the new?
I'm hungry. Hold on a second. Getting hungry here for lunch. It's a busy time of the year. Obviously, kind of reset, right? January. It's exciting times, and hopefully, now it's for all in on rekindling conversations, picking up conversations that waited till the holidays, and just kind of down and getting down to business. I'm looking forward to my AFC Championship game. We all we need is the new
There you go.
expression here in Boston. So
Okay.
I kind of feel like it translates to the domain space too. We all we need.
We're all we got. We're all we need. I get it, man. I like it. All right. Well, cool.
I'm good.
So, well, obviously good, not just hanging out with you, but also with Brett. Your son at ICA, worth mentioning too. He was part of that next gen panel with Larry Fisher's kid and a few of the other, the progeny of a bunch of domain folks. It's sort of the next, the next wave of people in the space and participants. And I thought that group on stage did a really good job.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool, interesting stuff, man. It's great to see new blood and, really all good. So.
Yeah, they were good, man. I was proud of him. He did, did a good job up there, public speaking, and he's better at that than me, honestly. So that was good.
Well, you set the bar low, so it's all good.
Fair.
Just the opposite, man. So for him to be doing well is really a great thing, and he's a cool kid, so it's all good.
Cool.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, continuing around the horn, Drew, on you, man. What else is good? What haven't you already talked about today with your 40,000 words that you've already said?
Nothing. I'm good. I'm good. For those of you who saw my my stock pick immunity bio, following on Shane's stock pick of Bloom Energy, we are up between 20 and 50% every day for the last 10 days.
Dang.
Good thing.
Not bad. Not bad if you're into money. You like money.
I missed that, sadly.
I don't even usually talk about this stuff, but I really like this one because it's actually like it's a feel good story. You know what I'm saying? If this actually works, if this guy's killer T cell, booster works, which it seems to work, it's worked across thousands of cases already. This is like addressing 80% of the cancer market worldwide and like solving real problems, including my own autoimmune diseases. So pretty cool stuff. I hope that it gets expedited through approvals and
we shall see. Not financial advice, but it is it will be.
No, definitely not financial advice, but I slept on Shane's when he originally gave his case why he likes Bloom Energy. I slept on it. Then I ended up buying it, but getting it late. And so then I said, all right, I'm gonna throw mine out.
I dig it, man. That's good stuff. I wish I got
Shout out to Shane. If you wanna be early on particularly stock picks, Shane is your guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shane is. He's always early. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
And if Shane goes in with conviction, just put on a blindfold. Not financial advice.
Just dive in.
Yeah.
Shane's a cool cat.
Big shout out to Shane, man. Big shout out to Shane.
Probably,
so he'll be on the show next week.
Cool cats too.
What's that?
He probably bought a few cool cats too.
I didn't. I lost my fucking.
Have you guys seen the video of? I don't remember what his name is, but he's an ex NFL player, and he came. He's in the back of a car, and he's like, since I left the league, I don't even watch games. He's like, because basically the NFL is just pure entertainment, and he's like, it's this whole thing about how, the whole game is just controlled and it's pure entertainment and it's not actual real play, and he goes off, and it's like. Somebody super famous. I can't remember who it is. It was a video I saw this morning. But what he was saying, I was just like, "Oh, that's rough." And it resonates.
Was it Larry Johnson?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh, interesting. I haven't heard of him.
And he's like, when the score is 30-30 and you see like, the Bills like should have it was like an easy win, but then they're getting the wrong calls. And those were obvious calls. And then they're, whatever. I don't remember all the details, but it was like, yeah, you're right. That doesn't sound like it's
never good when a former NFL player is saying that the league is rigged.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, on the back of all this mess, you know what I'm saying? I really have such a distaste for professional sports because of all this mess. I feel like we're at the, that WWF moment of like, it's not real.
And the prediction markets and gambling are certainly not a good thing for it. That's for sure.
It's not good for anything. You know what I'm
Almost
saying?
legitimizing insider trading in ways that, like, the
Totally.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's
The
crazy.
Wild
Like,
West. Yeah.
I mean, my son was telling the story. He's a Survivor diehard, and he was telling the story that Survivor, the futures on Kalshi for Survivor, who was going to win the other night. Survivor shot almost a year before it airs. So how many producers and people who were part of the cast know who won months before, never mind the contestants. And like, you don't think they can just go out and say, Grandpa, tell your
dude.
best
Well, think
buddy
about it. It's like
neighbor
the
to
people
put
who
$1 billion.
were just assistants on the set back in the day, or not even back in the day. 2 years ago, there wasn't an incentive to spill the beans because nobody. I mean, they care, but it wasn't like you couldn't make the money. Now you can literally make millions of dollars if you just like go in and take advantage of what you know.
I mean, if you've got millions of dollars,
and I don't even know if it's illegal. I mean, this is what's crazy. Because these prediction markets are the
well,
Wild
it's
West,
illegal in the respect that everyone on set has a contract.
Right. No, they're held to a standard.
they could get sued.
They sign NDAs and all that kind of stuff. So it's not even it's illegal. It's a violation of their contract, right?
Correct.
So, but insider
Illegal
trading
within
is
their
actually illegal. You technically are supposed to go to jail for it, right?
Of course.
Now with the prediction markets, I
worked at Drexel.
Yeah. So is that insider trading?
I mean, it technically should be, but I don't know because those markets are not governed.
Is
They're
it?
not
I mean,
governed by the SEC.
if you're not in a regulated market,
no, it's not.
It's not, right?
It's inside information, but it's not insider trading. There's no regulation. There's no rules.
That's what I'm saying. So
really
the rule is right. I assume.
Yeah,
in the Survivor case would be, someone on set tells someone to go bet it. They bet it. They find out that it's a big enough bet that it gets flagged. They figure it out, and whoever Sony or whoever owns the rights, right, sues that person for millions of dollars based on
sues them and fires them, right? Sues them and fires them. That's the risk, right? And it's kind of like the developer that just went on and on the
podcast. Did the interview about XAI and he just like spilled all the beans, like. But
that's like a day. 2 hours later, he's like, "I'm no longer a member of the team, but much love to everyone." It's like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen, dude? You know what I mean? And but yeah, so
like,
that's
let me tell the whole world our roadmap, but that should be cool.
Yeah, like no big deal. Hey, I know I'm not supposed to disclose this, but hey, no one's gonna hear this anyway, And it's like on a public podcast. But point is that it's a wild, wild west. I don't know what the fucking rules are, and at the end of the day, it's if you know who won the Survivor and there's money to be made, just holler at us. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry, we won't let anybody know it's you that told us. You know what I'm saying? We'll say it was the dude holding the boom mic. We got you. You know what I mean?
You know what? Let's start prediction markets for the domain game. Who won the domain game? You know what I'm saying? We got.
If we could get enough people to buy, if we had a big enough,
we won't tell anybody until it goes live.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I got a 1 o'clock, JT. Just
yeah, you gotta go. Anyway, it's all good. Well, hold on. Josh gets 3 minutes, and then we're gonna shut down. Josh, what about you, man? I know a lot going on in DNX. We just got approval on the registrar cred. What else is good?
Yeah, I mean, like I kind of talked about it last time. We're continuing to build out the same stuff that I discussed on the previous episode. Yeah, I mean, we've got a little Discord server that's not so little anymore. It's probably about 500 members in there, and it's pretty active. There's some good alpha in there. There's people in there that share a lot of things that they don't share elsewhere. So if you want to be a part of that, you can join. Reach out to me or Leanne, and we'll send you a link. Occasionally post it on X as well. I'm gonna start doing like a kind of like a round table, maybe once a week or so, where it's essentially will be like an X space, but inside that server, where you can like tune in and we can talk about things. But yeah, if you're interested in connecting with other people in the community, that is a good place to connect with them.
I dig it, man. I love it. Everything you're kind of building is all sort of bringing people together, bringing names together. It's this is where you want to be if you're investing in domains and you're in the space, and get involved, get familiar, and it's really all good, man.
As long as you don't mind a little meme culture, a little banter here and there, you're welcome. But if you're a little too sensitive, you should maybe stay away.
I think people pay extra for that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That's all part of the fun. All right. Well, with that, that's super dope. Big shout out to not only Josh, but Leanne and the rest of the team at DNX. You guys are doing great stuff. We're very, very excited about everything going on there. And we'll see you all in the Discord at some point. We'll get into that mix as well. And that's about it. So, and thank you to all you guys for being on the show today. This was a good one. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to the audience for tuning in. As we say in the show, without you, there is no us. So we appreciate that. And then a lot more to come, a lot of good stuff happening. It's exciting and interesting times, and to infinity and beyond and all that. And yeah, and we'll see everybody here next time on Domain Sherpa, where all roads lead to domains. Peace out, everybody. We'll see y'all soon.